hopefully the person who keeps calling us watches this video. Maybe he'll stop calling us. But this guy kept calling my mother, claiming to be part of a medical group, and that someone in our family had a mesh implant. Which is absolutely false, because no one in my family has bladder issues or any issues that may require mesh implant. So this guy kept calling and calling and calling. And then he called again and then hung up as soon as my mother picked up. So my mother called saying, basically, you called. And he goes, oh no, I didn't call. And he says, we're part of a medical group. And then she asked for a mailing address. He hung up on her. When technically, legally, in order for you to stop calling, if a person asks for your mailing address, so they can write a letter to tell you to stop calling them, they have to supply that. Doesn't matter if it's by phone or if it's on a website, they have to provide that information for you. Well, this guy says, I cannot give you my mailing address by phone, but if you visit this website, it has my information. And he asked, is there anybody with you? And my mother said yes, and this guy I knew sounded suspicious as soon as he went, you can tell they're a scammer when they do stuff like, like make strange noises like that on the phone, or they sound really nervous. And this guy sounded really nervous. So he said, okay, write this down, www.lawyers4, as in the number 4, help.com. And he repeated, lawyers, the number 4, help.com. So I typed it in, and this came up. See? www, and this is how he told us to put it in. justhost.com. Look, normally these sites will pop up if there is no such site or no site can be found. This is how I know it's a scam. So, Mr. Scammer guy who thinks he's all slick, you just got caught again! And I hope the FBI arrests you and you face criminal charges for fraud and stealing information. This is how he told us to type it. Now, apparently there is an actual website called Lawyers for Help, but it does not contain the number 4. So let's try that. See? This is the site.
You're not talking to me, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It says Lawyers for Help. This is the legit website for Lawyers for Help. How did he tell us to type it in? He told us to type it in with the number 4. These scammers are dumbasses. This is how the guy told us to type it. So, for those of you out there, I'm making this video to keep you guys safe from these scammers. If they tell you of a website and they tell you to put a number in it, that is most likely a scam. About 99.9% of the time, they're scammers.